Other part is that women that worked with the man, let me put it this way. A lot more women these days will be very, very successful if they took the game from the man. Because men be kicking knowledge on this podcast, right? Women will be very successful because if she worked, most guys are hustling, most guys are trying. If they could just pick out the guy that's hustling, that's trying, that's giving us some knowledge, she could work with him and she'll be much further in life. But because men are seeing that hatred, there seems to be hatred for men for some reason. It's weird when men are not dating or men are saying, no, I don't want to deal with women. It's because of something a woman did to him, and oftentimes this thing would have been done more than once, a divorce or a heavy breakup, cheated and everything else. We know men were territorial. But a lot more women will be very successful if they worked with the man. You look at the Proverbs 31 woman. She's not the type of woman that's a princess sitting down. She's productive. She's out there getting it. And she brings it home. We don't have that picture, the imagery that women paint of this idea of this woman just being at home, getting her nails done, getting her hair done. That's not in the Bible. It's this idea. And oftentimes we know that if you're just at home doing nothing, you won't be getting up to no good. You won't get up to mischief. So I believe a lot of women lose out in their life because by the time they get woken up to that bad decision, men are already looking at it. It's almost like vegetables. You go to the market and the vegetables that was green in the morning, they're now yellow. Some men might pick those vegetables up and say, you know what, I know they're a little yellow, but I'm still going to eat them. But a lot of men are looking at it like, no, you know what, I was hustling, I was in the trenches by myself. I don't need to buy old vegetables. I'm looking for some fresh greens. So I believe that a lot of women are losing out because they are really, really only coming to knowledge, only coming to understanding when their greens are no longer green. So I believe that a lot of women would have, because I've read a lot of successful mom and pop stores, and then oftentimes the man goes early because he was stressed out at home, and then she gets all the glory and all the reward. So now, but if now she comes along when she's at the end of her prime. I'm not saying a woman 30 plus is not a good woman. I'm just telling you that as a man, you're not getting the best of the best. Because we know that oftentimes trauma happens. Women get more, they get more of a pass in life. So when a man's grinding in his 20s, a woman's really living it up. She's really living it up. She's doing her thing. Okay? A man is trying to figure things out. The world don't like you. You're trying to figure things out. You're trying to keep yourself out of trouble. But women are living it up. So by the time she's in her 30s, she's done tasted everything. So now when she's looking to trade in and get you, she could have got you in your 20s and you could have ground together and built a business that should have been a beneficiary. Most women would have been doing well if they just understood to select a man that is about something. Select a man that is about something. And you can see a man was about something. But oftentimes, their DNA has been corrupted to seek a man that is doing the wrong thing anyway. Everybody can see on paper that that's the wrong person. So I believe a lot of women would be better off if they could. That's why back in the day they used to help you pick your partner, pick your spouse. I don't like the word partner, but they were better off because parents would select a man that looks like he's about something. But now there's women they quickly give it up to the man that is like no good man, a scammer, dope dealer. And then they're like, oh, crap, I got 2-3 kids by these 2 men, 3 men, whatever. Now let me seek out a good man. Now, what kind of good men? I know there's some simps out there, some men, the Russell, Wilson, who would pick you up. But now men are waking up. But a lot of women would be better off to make an early decision. It's almost like you being at the casino. You realize, hey, I better check out. Let me get out of here where I got this money. Because otherwise you'll lose everything.